kind of a prayer, you know? So here it is a prayer for me, just talking to God. And that seems so appropriate. Seems like every time we met, Jim and I spent some time in prayer. My friend Jim passed away. I knew him a little, but you knew him well. You knew the struggles that he faced and the sorrows that he carried. You saw the brave face, and I know you loved the humor that he wore as a mask most of his life. You know Jim. I remember asking him last fall when he was hospitalized and in the ICU and looked like, oh, he's coming home today, Lord. I asked him that day, are you ready? Are you ready to meet with your Maker? Yeah. His faith was unwavering. His answer was true. Yes, Pastor, he said, I'm ready when it's time. But I'm not ready to go just yet. Still have some things to do, some people to see. Would you pray to the Lord for me? And so we prayed together once again. Even though the shadow of the valley of death came his way once again, he chose to trust in you, my Lord. He chose not to give up. He chose life. That's my friend Jim. Life is full of endings, Lord. Some of them are sad. Others are timely. It seems to me, Lord, that Jim's was timely. Not that I'm not sad. But the sorrows are gone. The pain has ended. His tremendous struggles cease. This assurance because he believed that what was written long ago held true for him today. He believed that everyone who calls on the name of the Lord will be saved. He called upon you. And though his life was far from perfect, and I mean really, whose life is? Though Jim stumbled, and then he fell again, and again, your love never failed. It never gave up. You, Lord, were true to your word. Jim's steps were ordered by you, Lord, and you took delight in his ways. And even though he fell, you said, he'll never be cast out, because you upholded him with your hands. You know, Jim was thankful that day last fall for friends who saw him through, who stuck with him even when he was trying to push him away, especially as of late. He was especially thankful for Linda. Yeah, she never gave. Just wouldn't give up. And I think that really helped Jim experience and believe that persistent love that God has for all his children. It just never gives up. I remember the happy moments too of him sharing of his working down at Gleaners and finding friends there too who actually cared about him, and it was so great. And his passion for cooking and, well, that humor. All those cracking jokes. Oh, and the special things that he shared at church too. Lord, Jim's faith was seen in actions like these. That he took even while anguish and sorrow bled through, and the stuff just kept happening. So some endings are timely, Lord. As far as I can see, those endings that take the pain, the sorrow, the bitterness of soul, and bring one through to eternity. Those endings that leave all that stuff behind. That's a timely, a good death in my books. Yeah, my friend Jim, he's at home with the Lord, dancing on those streets that we just sang about. He knows that the love of God never fails. Thanks for that, Lord.